Welcome back to BLOCKTV. It's time now for Suck My Blockchain, where every day our team members scour the World Wide Web for the best offerings on crypto and blockchain. And today we have with us our very own Oran Spitzer with everything you wanted to know, but somehow failed to make it to your feed. Oran, what have you got for us?
So on July 16th, and I don't know if you remember this, but Tyler Winklevoss announced a competition. This all to promote the book about himself and his brother called Bitcoin Billionaires, written by Ben Mesrick. The announcement was made via Twitter, where he wrote, "New challenge, take a picture with your copy of Bitcoin Billionaires in a cool place, could be anywhere. Reply to this tweet with your pick and hashtag Bitcoin Billionaires. Coolest pick wins 1 Bitcoin." Now that's some nice cash right there. Now the winning submission has been chosen. The submission was made by Adam T, who tweeted out, "2-minute video, but and might make you chuckle. Project with my 7-year-old son." Aw, that's very sweet. Or daughter, you know, just a 7-year-old, but okay. So attached was a video of that whole work. It looks like it took a lot of work and there was a lot of effort put into that. Let's take a look. Now, aside from the fact that clearly took a lot of work, Asher, I feel like there were better submissions. I kind of been looking down the thread, but I really do feel like there were better ones. Did you get a chance to see them?
Look, no, I haven't looked as comprehensively as you have. Just as a bare bones critic of that, looks like it took a lot of work. Yeah. Credit to the stop motion animation they were going for there, but
a nice project for a 7-year-old.
Amazing for a 7-year-old. Pacing, that was a little off.
That was the motivation. It wasn't the Bitcoin. It was actually to get the 7-year-old to do something. Yeah,
get off his ass and start getting to work. I mean, he just earned himself about 10 grand, so I think he's not doing too. Yeah,
he's not upset about it. The video actually did get a lot of love. Ben Mesrick, the author, as I mentioned before, wrote, "That's great. A lot of talent there. Best wishes." Very nice of him to even comment in general. Tyler commented as well with just a simple "love it." Did you though? Because that didn't feel very enthusiastic. But I mean, I guess so. This next thing we have here is actually a Redditor who uploaded a photo to the cryptocurrency subreddit, which they called, this isn't a photo actually, it's a video, which they called "The Evolution of Trading Part 1, Wrecked City, Tales from the Cave." Take a look. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna say?
No, I mean, I just like I respect there are a lot of talented filmmakers out there really showing off their chops, but what I don't like.
Why?
That funny?
But I think it all builds up to him dying at the end, which is where you're like, let's laugh about this.
Yeah, irreverent humor. Okay, no, maybe it's not my cup of tea, but I shouldn't crap on people's creative work. It's
absolutely
credit to the creator.
Commenters were into it, although there weren't that many, but commenters were into it. One even had a suggestion, as they usually do on Reddit. Ha ha ha, so funny. Wish there were really a video game like this for educational purposes. Asher, do you believe these can be made to be educational?
Yeah, why not? I remember playing logic puzzle games as a kid. I feel like it's in the same vein. We're gonna learn some blockchain, some Bitcoin, have a bit of fun, and be careful and learn that risk management strategy. That's what's critical.
Okay, so the request has been put in, and somebody is working on it on the web somewhere.
All right, what else have you got for us?
So presidential candidate Andrew Yang is really leaning into blockchain in his campaign in general, it seems, even adding blockchain voting as a possibility to his website, where he states, it's ridiculous that in 2020, we are still standing in line for hours to vote in antiquated voting booths. It is 100% technically possible to have fraud-proof voting on our mobile phones. This was shared to Reddit, and surprisingly, commenters were not feeling it at all. So this is kind of odd to me, Asher, because these are people who consider themselves part of the crypto community. This is a cryptocurrency subreddit. Right. So how are you not on board with this?
Yeah,
really?
It's odd. I mean, I feel like blockchain voting. It's something that's been talked about a lot in the past by the community. Weird.
It's a thing. So one commenter actually explained. They wrote, "It's not merely technical requirements for digital voting. The booth ensures that no one vote on your behalf or you vote under influence from someone else. Still, it'll eventually happen, I reckon, and it has advantages as well, possibly increasing voter turnout." That's a good example. Increasing voter turnout is already kind of a means for it to be useful and should exist. Another wasn't having it either. They wrote, "Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. The government could just plug in additional units, counts into the system, and we would never know. I want the physical exit polls that anyone can conduct to make sure elections are not a total scam and just programmed winners. Blockchain is a great accounting method, but it doesn't solve a bunch of other steps. And if you think, man, that voting cannot be, nobody can mess with that, I mean, just at the polls, Asher, words?"
Yeah, no, I mean, look, the current voting system could theoretically be messed with on a number of different levels. That's kind of the whole concern, whether it be from Russians or whomever else, that they may hack voting machines and change the answers being put in there. So I don't think, I'm pro paper and pen,
Right.
Good old fashioned method.
Basically, we're disagreeing with that comment. And this person saw the cup half full aspect. They wrote, "He might not be right, but this already shows me that he actually gives a shit about voting security and that he knows what blockchain is." And that's an amen to that.
That is an amen to that. Let's get that awareness out there. Let's get our policymakers informed.
Absolutely.
Get it on the debate. All right, what else you got for us?
So do you remember the Satoshi treasure hunt that happened a little while ago, Asher?
Yes.
Well, Binance has followed suit, but instead of waiting for hints to come out, this is much more fast-paced. In a tweet, the exchange announced the Binance treasure hunt begins in just under 1 hour. First to the treasure wins $500 of BNB. To participate, you will need to have downloaded Trust Wallet app. So we have two factors here, right? We're promoting Trust Wallet app, and then what's the deal? I didn't like this wording. You win $500 of BNB. Aren't we trying to be crypto pro? So like 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, 1 BNB equals
That's going to be
BNB.
confusing to that poor 14-year-old that CZ interviewed the other day, and he didn't know how to do the calculations in US dollars. Had to do it in BNB. He's not going to know what's going on.
But forget about what's going on. You guys are a crypto exchange. You have a coin. Say you get 10 BNB, which equal 10 BNB, man. It's like very simple in this thing.
Yeah.
But I guess they missed that point. So far, there have been 3 clues that have been released. There's a 4th one expected any minute now, and Binance is actually live tweeting the entire thing. So for those interested in BNB, to be specific, $500 in BNB, go out, play, have fun. Not everybody's figured out everything yet.
Okay, well, there's plenty to do, a bit of fun to be had in the hunting world. Be interesting to see how that wraps up. I'm sure we'll cover it here on Suck My Blockchain in the future. But in the meantime, thank you to Aran Spitzer for breaking it all down for us, and stay with us at blocktv.com for all the latest in news and information. I'm Ashley Westrop Evans. Thanks for watching.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.